It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see the only two teams to meet in the Super Bowl 3 different times. It's the Cowboys and the Steelers on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. And you see the numbers in last week's game for Warren. 18 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
A short one there to Freiermuth. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
It's taken to the 26. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Prescott to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Cowboys at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And you have to believe that this is a pretty angry bunch. They only put up 3 points in their last game. I would expect them to be in better form here after a serious week of practice.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Here's one deep for Pickens. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 3rd and 2. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he will take it in for a catch. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Seven nothing is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2 because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties because they're the ones back, each with half the field responsibilities. The corners don't retreat very far in cover 2. They're closer to the line of scrimmage, so now you've got 4 receivers putting pressure on 2 guys covering. Usually you'll find someone open, and that's exactly what they did there. Made the catch and carried it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And out now come the Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now, second and goal. They'll run. This is Blue. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Prescott. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now a second and 10. Now Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on fourth down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. Second and 10 from the 25. Now it's Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They lost last week. Actually, not only did they lose, they were shut out, but they've got the lead here right now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
46.
Prescott from the gun. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On play action, Rodgers. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Rodgers now to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Prescott from the gun on third. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing is Rodgers. That finds the former Raven, Devin Duvernay. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Rodgers going to throw. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Boswell's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
To throw is Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He's going to take another shot here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week. And they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10. They start the second half here with Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Rodgers. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. You give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. A handoff for Warren. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Running left, it's Warren. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Past the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they run with blue. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Here we go with Williams. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Williams can't punch it in on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the defensive penetration there blew that play up and got him 2 points.
How about how they got off at the snap of the football, got upfield into the backfield, and created the big play? That's the key to everything.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Here's Prescott. Shakes off the sack. Buying time to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Drake Jackson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They go with blue between the tackles. Well, that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Prescott to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. This to make it a 2-score game. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. To throw is Rodgers. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. On the give, it's Warren. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Throwing now is Rodgers. Here's a screen with Gainwell. Spinning past him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he wisely will throw that one away. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. And in for the Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Rolling to his right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott yet again. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Up the middle, it's Williams. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, it's Blue. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Williams. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is right through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. This is 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. On the draw, Gainwell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 1. 30 seconds to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Dak being chased out left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end. But a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for Dallas, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Cowboys and the Lions. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Partner, this should be a good one here in the month of October. We got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way continuing to unravel who are the teams we're going to be talking about come the end of the regular season.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here will certainly help him achieve that goal. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the gun, on third down, it's gone. That one on target for Williams. He's got it. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Cavante Turpin on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Cowboys coming out. As usual, it's Dak Prescott leading the way. Led the NFL in touchdown passes, Greg, a season ago. Already his 9th year at the helm for the Cowboys.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Prescott again. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll throw again. Dak. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. Into the hands of Brock Wright. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Goff gives it to Gibbs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
On 2nd down, Goff. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. 2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. From the gun, it's Goff. That one taken in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 1st down, Prescott. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. On 2nd down, it's Dak. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. On 3rd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be. They face second down and 7. To throw is Goff. He'll get this out to his running back. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the first down up to the 45. Goff. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it'll be second down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Now, Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. So, on fourth down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. This brought in out past the 20. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Yeah! There we go! Right there! From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's to the right side and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is brought in. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Here's Sanders. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium. After this, once more from the 2, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Sanders. And he's in for the touchdown. But hold everything. There is a marker down. These points may come off the board.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call. And take that touchdown off the board. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense ready to take over once again. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Pass completed is St. Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. And this ball's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. 3rd down coming up. Here's Goff. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's... They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. And this will be from 42 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys are back within 5.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the 3rd quarter. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Quick throw on target to Pickens. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. They'll try and run here with Sanders. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, take.
They'll run with Sanders. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Miles Sanders. Touchdown, Dallas. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it. As you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6, it starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt, saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game. I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will Patrick motioning here. On first down, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Here's a designed run. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Third down and 9. Here's Goff. On target to Laporta. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Lions first down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on first down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on second and 2. They'll go play action with Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this all the way home. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. And he's into the end zone again. It's the Octopus. He's got the long run for 6 and punches in the 2. All 8 points for good measure. On the return, here's Turpin. And This will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Now he'll run it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing is Prescott. He'll tuck it, and he is in. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. Throwing, Goff. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Defense.
They hand it to Gibbs. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. First carry for David Montgomery. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. of the shotgun. It's Goff. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's got the first down. Not by a whole lot. He only gets 3. That's all he needed for a new set of downs. From the gun, it's Goff. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Williams in motion. A second down throw for Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Big play here. Crowd on their feet for third and 4. Motion man set right. From the gun on third down, it's Goff. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to grab a late lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
The Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. He runs with it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Important moment here. Third down and 4. Now Sanders. First down and more. Past the 40. 19 yards on the gain, and that's good for a first down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and that will lead to a second down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's caught. It's Miles Sanders. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now, a big third down. Prescott now. A throw on the run is complete. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
Yeah, here we go.
Sanders. And he's going to have a Cowboys first down. And he'll get it by plenty. It's a gain of 8 on 4th and 1. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5.
47.
Now Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Goff down to a knee. And that should be the final act in this one. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
It's Week 8 of the National Football League. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Cowboys and the Niners on Sunday Night Primetime.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, partner. This should be a good one here in the month of October. We got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way continuing to unravel who are the teams we're going to be talking about come the end of the regular season.
They'll throw to begin with Purdy. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game. 1st and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he's in! Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken just shy of the goal line. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Ready up.
3rd and 6.
Let's go. Bring it. Smash. Bronco switch.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. So on 4th down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt. Back deep to receive, the explosive Kevontae Turpin. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. The Cowboys offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
Here we go, 46. Yeah, here we go. 46.
Prescott. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Cowboys. Back to throw is Prescott. And he'll just get rid of this. smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down. Now a give to Montgomery, heading right. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Here's Dak to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Play action now. And he's going to go down. They get him behind the line. Can't take a sack there. It's a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Go.
From the gun, it's Purdy. That's to the first-round rookie from Florida, Ricky Pearsall. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
Go.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That is caught. It's Robinson. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. On 2nd down, it's Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Dak. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A 1st down throw for Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Juwan Jennings. And he will score. Juwan Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers. Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Prescott on first down. He'll let this go for Pickens. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. They'll look to pick up the pace. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Prescott. Now he'll run. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Jennings. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. Downfield, he's got the big target, Jennings. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown San Francisco. Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Second down, Prescott. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
To return is Ricky Pearsall. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. 49ers offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Go. Go.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. Toward the sideline, that's caught by Pearsall. They face 2nd down and 7.
Let's go.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. To return, it is Turpin. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's down the field for Lamb. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. They'll try it now with Montgomery. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards. They get 5 there on 4th and 3. Now Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. On 4th down, it is Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey for the Dallas field goal. This would tie the NFL record, a 66-yard attempt. And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. And this is going to remain a one-possession game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where you see the final score there. J.J. McCarthy, terrific in the win, and a much-needed win at that, as it is indeed their first on the year. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they couldn't get the job done, as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good blue-collar matchup, Giants and Steelers from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw is Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Pearsall going to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The 49ers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Purdy going to give this to Garendo. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Garendo. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. 3rd and 5. So Kittle comes in motion. 3rd down. Purdy able to complete it to Ayuk. 13 yards on the catch there. It's good for a Niners 1st down. Throwing is Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he will get into the end zone. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the 49ers are back within 6. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. They'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They try again. It's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
We've seen 3rd down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
One more time for Montgomery. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That's into the hands of Lamb. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 1st and 10. They'll run to the right with Montgomery. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Dak to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A run up the gut with Montgomery. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now Montgomery. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll try to run. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down. Purdy now back near his goal line. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Back near the goal line, it's Purdy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
This one, returnable. And he'll be brought down. Short return. On 1st and 10, it's Montgomery. And he'll get about 5. Second down, Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. On third down, they go with Montgomery. To take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down. To throw is Prescott. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Second down, Montgomery. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's complete left side to Pickens. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Second down and 8. They'll run with Montgomery. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal. He's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Here's a run. And he's into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Dallas. Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this 2-point try.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Niners offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's first and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. They'll talk things over before third down.
Here we go. Set. Reload. Check.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to have the 49ers first down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. From the gun, it's Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
You know, Mike, nice Nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
The defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here we go. This is 4th down. One last shot now for Purdy. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.